Yo guys, what's up? It's TheSenSationGamer, aka Jets Nation 10 here, and today I'm bringing you guys a Madden 13 tutorial, and this is about connected careers. Say you want to, I want to run a good Madden 13 connected careers league. I want to run a good Madden league. I want it to last. I want it to go to the distance. I want it to go as long as it possibly can, and as you see in my connected careers, I'm in year 6, year 2017. We're going on to year 2018, and that's pretty good. That's actually really super good. So I'm going to give you guys a couple tips here on how to actually run a successful league and make it last. So first of all, people make the people being active. They make the league. You can't, there's some things in the commissioner's power that you can't do, and you just can't control. You can't control whether someone plays their game or not. You just, have to try to make them play their game. They have to be willing and wanting to play the game. Hopefully, that's why they join the league. Now, how do I get people in the league? This is for Xbox only, by the way, because I don't know how to run a good league on PS3. I honestly think it's almost impossible. So yeah, how do I get people in this league? If you want to do it with all your friends from real life, then go ahead. You just call them up and get them in the league. Go to the lobby rooms. Go to Madden Online, and then when it's gonna say like the drop down menu, it's gonna say like it's just gonna say online, and then you just go down. It's gonna be like head-to-head team play communities, and then it's gonna say lobby rooms, and you go to the lobby rooms, go to franchise lobby room. It should probably already be made by someone else. So just go into there and send messages out. How do you guys send messages rapid fire? I didn't know how to do that, but I learned how to do that. So this is what you got to do. You got to go to create a message. You got to press RT to create a message. Type in your message, whatever you want to say. 32-man league, 16-man league here. Non-draft. Message for invite or something like that, and go to. There's going to be like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, a bunch of Qs. And what you got to do is, after you have your message typed in, go up to the Q, one of the Qs, press LT, and then replace the message, and then hit enter, with the start button, and then go back to RT, and then just keep doing that message. It's going to be already there, because you replaced the original message that the EA developers had already generated in the Q thing. So yeah, you'll get what I mean when you do it. It's kind of hard to explain it. And second of all, the rules. I'm not gonna tell you what rules to make, but I am gonna tell you 2 rules. I am gonna tell you rules to make, but I would, the league is however you want to run it, but if you don't want people quitting your league because this guy does bullcrap or whatever, you gotta make it so you just tell people no nano blitzing, no rocket catching, and you can make up whatever 4th down rules you want. I usually don't have 4th down rules because I just don't, I don't like to have 4th down rules in my league, but that's a personal preference. And advancing. Now, you gotta make sure, you're a commissioner of a league. This is, it's kind of like your duty to go on every day and play your game and, handle all the problems and advance on time. Now, how I go about advancing, this is how I do it. When I advance the week, I send out a message, right? I go to send message to some user, and then I go to change gamer tags, and I enter all the people, I check all the people's names that are in the league, and then I send the voice message. It sounds similar like this: message to all league members, league has now been advanced to week 2, year, league has been advanced to week 1, to week 2, get your games in. I'll be advancing tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, and have a great day or whatever. And that is so they know what time you're going to advance the next, instead of like saying, alright, I'm going to advance 7 p.m. Eastern time every day or something like that. You know, it's better to send out these messages to the people knowing that they will advance, and I guarantee you won't be able to advance the same time every, you know, day. Once the league goes on, obviously someone's going to come up and you're not going to be able to advance at that time, so maybe you could extend it. And then that brings me into my next point. Always have, like, your, people that you know and trust, one or two of them, because when you gotta go on vacation or you can't sim it advance the week one night. I've had 2 incidents. When I got hit by Hurricane Sandy, I couldn't run the league, and then when I went on vacation, I couldn't run the league. So that's why you always have to have like a co-commissioner and a co-commissioner, and you guys discuss, problems that are, in the league, and, you always have to have people, I wouldn't make all the, you make the final decision, but I would have some people that you know and trust help you make some decisions, get their opinion, see what you should do, what should I do with this guy, what should I do with this problem, and, if you ever got to go somewhere for like a more, extended period of time, just promote them to commissioner, and, have them advance the week and everything, if they can, and do that to people that you trust. Don't do it to people that you don't, trust, that's gonna mess up the league or anything. Don't do that to any, none of that. Now the next thing, use the autopilot feature. Don't, if someone's playing, you gotta play a game and they get their users not on, just don't boot them from the league. Put that on autopilot. That's a new feature in Madden 13. Use it wisely. Now, how I'd go about the inactive people: if there's a lot of inactive people, get them in mid-season week 8. Get replacements for their teams, but don't put them on autopilot, right? And get someone to join as that team before you do, before you boot the person. Make sure you have someone lined up to take their team, instead of booting the person, then be, scrambling trying to get someone to join. That's how I like to do it. And also, I usually don't, I let the inactive people ride it out to the end of the season on autopilot, and if they're inactive, leave them on autopilot until they tell you to take them off, and if they don't notice, then obviously they're not gonna be active again. And, when you're doing off-season events like the rookie draft and free agent signings, people want to know, so make sure you send out messages. Make sure you send out messages, every time you're advancing and everything, time things are coming up. And the last thing that I would like to tip to you guys, chances are, if you're sending out messages, to people every day when you're advancing the week, and then some kid, some guy comes up to you, in the party and asks you, what time you advance in the week, chances are he's not going to be active, because he's, he might be active. That could be a case, but if he's not going to have the time to click a button and listen to your message to see what time you're going to advance next, that means he's not, independent. Like, people will ask you, who do I play? I usually don't tell them, because that's not my job. That's not my job to figure out who you play. That's your own responsibility. There's some responsibility that the members of your league have to take themselves. And, I think that's one of them. Knowing who you have to play and knowing what time you're going to advance the week if you send out messages to them. And that just wraps up the video. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video, tip video. And if you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. The link to that, my Twitter account, is in the description, and all the other ways to contact me are in the description also. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm TheSenSationGamer, aka Jets and Nation 10, and I'm out. Peace.